Hello everyone, welcome to the finale, the final day for Endwalker. Now, before we take on this final quest, I wanted us to look back at this here, after going through all of that, because I never expected the way this story turned out. I mean, I knew, like, the final days, like, Amarant, stuff like that would happen, but I never expected the way the story would go with this. And I have been loving the whole journey for it, and the meaning of everything that we've been through all of this. There's so much I cannot understand how they make so many amazing stories to tell.
Upon us, the fabric of the star had begun to fray, its land rent by tooth and claw.
The music that they do for this, my God. I swear, Soken is a god among the composers so far. He has made so many bits of music for this entire story, and immersed it so well with the writing. I want to say that I have enjoyed my Final Fantasy XIV experience all the way, from A Realm Reborn to this, and
I've had enough of this rabble. Come on.
this apocalyptic scenario was so well done. Like, I cannot express how much I really enjoyed this. This was really good.
There were those who stood in defiance of that fate.
The storytelling, especially, like, my goodness, dude.
The hour is come, creature.
With Emmett's self telling the places to the different places that you visit for the Endwalker scenarios, to everything tying up with Realm Reborn, Heaven's Word, Shadowbringers, Stormblood. I don't know much about Stormblood exactly, but definitely Shadowbringers, Heaven's Word, and A Realm Reborn. Maybe Xenos is part of that, I don't know. But it was so well done. And like, for most of, like, what I knew Daniel was, I really kind of hated his guts a lot. And I still don't think, like, he was ever, like, Emmett Self, like, a good person, all that, who wanted to do something, but he still did, like, horrible things and all that. Daniel was just very misguided, misplaced, especially since that was also Hermes. And then Daniel sold into Amon, but I have to say, everything, Daniel, Hermes, Meteon, it just blows me out of the water how much they make the villains so good.
The star still has secrets to tell.
And not even to mention villains, but, like, the characters, the Scions, the Forum, the Alliance leaders, like, they did so well. And I find that in order to have a good game, you definitely need all of these aspects, along with what I mentioned earlier, combined. And I don't understand how they do this. Realm Reborn was okay, then Heavensward was really good, and Stormblood was pretty good, and then Shadowbringer just blew everything out of the water, and Endwalker. It was a perfect finale so far. I don't know yet, but I want to say that I am very much looking forward to the next story, because this is the end of the main story, right? So, yeah. With that, I am very much looking forward to your next story, and I do intend to do a ranking of each of these expansions, but I think I already have a good idea on what I'm going to rank it, but who knows, it may change looking back at it again, but it just goes to show how well did the story for this. Like, I could never be disappointed with the way they did this. Anyways, let us get to the final finale, the true end to Endwalker. Here we go. I am very much looking forward to this. I am very, very much looking forward to this. Weird. That's better. I don't understand why it's giving me that much trouble. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Anyways. Endwalker. It is time. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand ready for the finale. Are you ready, Master? Then let us set forth for the reckoning. Having come this far, I know everyone's resolve is beyond doubt, so I will say only this. Within that dead sun swirls the emotions that Meteon has hoarded. The emotions of innumerable souls who strove for happiness, but failed. As it was the denizens of Ultima Thule that barred our way. It is not for us to rebuke and admonish. 'Twas not by passing judgment on the tragic legacies of others that we arrived at this moment. Rather, it was by opening our hearts to their despair, by understanding and acknowledging their fates, while still refusing to share in them ourselves, to hold fast to hope, not in ignorance, but by choice. Should you struggle to do so, I am here to help, as you have all helped me. Beautifully said. We will prevail. Everyone's going home today. Understood? Let's put an end to the end. I don't want to hear anything about someone dying. I want to see everyone go back home. We are all going home. The dead ends.
I stand ever ready.
Raha, I need you more than ever. And I can't lose the twins here, so we gotta do it like this. The dead ends.
So you are finally here, in this place between death and rebirth, where life knows no dawn. Come then. Follow me down into the darkest depths of despair.
Here we go. The Sea of Stars, the dead ends.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful blue star that fell to pestilence and rotted inside and out.
The plague will consume us all.
The more its people clung to life,
I need
the
water.
more they suffered.
It's so hot, I can't breathe. Please no, you must hold on. How? How did it come to this? Long-forgotten seashell. Why do you ask such a question? Do you not see the plague and pestilence that consumes us? Ours is a world of rancid blood and rotting flesh, where death is the only remedy to suffering. There is no meaning to be found in such misery. But it was not always thus. Beneath the waves, we knew only peace and plenty. We wanted for naught, and yet craved more. That our progeny might someday flourish as we never could. Eventually we ventured to the lands above, bearing flame and iron, toppling any who dared oppose our might. The world was ours for the taking. The pain. It burns. Oh my god. Warped flesh. Is this truly what Meteon and her sister saw?
I have you now.
Until they curse not the illness, but their fellow corrupted.
Begone with you, purify them with fire, I say. Were all the stars she visited like this, I wonder? Kill me.
You cannot stop us! There!
It hurts.
You now.
Long forgotten seashell. This world is not the boundless paradise we were promised. Our population quickly outstripped the habitable land. While seas we thought would shine forever blue ran dry, spoiled in forging the tools of conquest. Cramped homes turned to squalor. And then came the sickness. Our undoing. And the final blessing this star has to offer. We are no longer the fools we once were. Wheresoever life goes, death will follow. Indeed, existence is but the most painful path unto nothingness, and the wise embrace their obliteration wholeheartedly. To live only meant spreading this plague to others.
Those who lived and festered. Those who died and decayed.
Oh shoot, I hit the wrong one. Help me. Oh, okay. What? I see. This is actually much harder now. Not thinking about this. Oh my. Okay.
You underestimate me.
No, that's not it. Damn it. Hysteria. Ah, I see. Okay. An effect of the plague, I see.
I have you now.
I think I'm learning this fight now.
You underestimate me.
You cannot stop us!
Vanguard.
Now we got this. Plague. Okay. Craven companionship. Help me. Don't leave me. Don't want to die alone.
And the very last of them wished they had never been born at all.
Visions of another world unfold before your eyes. Judgment Day.
In a faraway place, a brilliant star eradicated
retreat.
disease.
It means
Before
to kill us
destroying
all.
the self-same lives it had saved.
Oh my. They even changed the logo, so now it looks like the world. That's interesting. Airborne
You
freedom
underestimate
fighter. Such wanton destruction. I have to end this. Okay. Weird. I don't understand why I wasn't attacking with that. Interesting. Executing peace protocol. Commencing extermination. If I can reach the terminal. Oh, shoot, I missed one. Damn it. Really want to read the story while I'm at it, but damn, this actually is making it difficult.
You cannot stop us! If I may.
Long-forgotten correspondence.
Its people sought ever greater freedoms no matter the cost.
Not everyone would have abandoned hope, I know it. That otherworldly being should first grace us with their presence is a sign. Indeed, they understood that we, the global community, are possessed of the wisdom and compassion needed to guide the star back to the path of righteousness. Yet the freedom fighters dared to undermine us, inviting chaos to disrupt the order we labored so hard to build. They have forgotten the history of the star and its once myriad nations, the wars waged and countless lives lost. They must be brought to heel, the world united under a single standard, no matter the cost.
They tried to buy peace with fire and steel.
Okay, I am getting very, very, very close to dying. Don't like that. For freedom. we constructed the Peacekeeper, the pinnacle of engineering and technology. This mighty war machine was designed to rid us of the freedom fighters, as well as any other potential threats to the peace we have so long pined for. Its artificial intelligence ensures that this singular function is carried out with cold and calculating precision. Indeed, the 10,000 Peacekeeper units we created have now routed every threat to peace, including us. All that remains is to stand and fight. They could have accomplished so much good with their knowledge. Resuming peace protocol. All life forms must be eliminated to achieve peace in perpetuity. Deploying war machines. Please stand by for order.
There.
Well, this sucks. No future. Okay. Oh, wow.
There.
You underestimate me.
You cannot stop us.
On guard. On guard.
Hold still.
On. Oh my. I am very much dead.
If I may.
Yeah, that nearly killed me. This is not at all what technology was meant for.
And when one asked, what is the point? There were none left to answer.
I did it. I killed them all. I killed them all. But plenty. Alright, so what were the places? Ostrakhan Hexy, Pestilent Sands, Grebulov Pillars. Ostrakhan Octo Judgment Day. Terrence grounds. Here we are now in Ostrakhan Decahepta.
Farther still existed a star without strife.
How could anyone despair in such
When
in a
none
world such as
remembered
this?
life's
Looks can
trials
deceive. This place is beautiful
or
but
its
cold.
joys.
Wow. Death delivered on golden wings. Beautiful creatures of time, death's sweet release. Oh, okay, that was fast. Do not kill Graha. I was not prepared for that. I mean, I suspected enemies were coming, but that was cruel.
You cannot stop us!
Okay, and...
I have you now. You underestimate me.
Can I please select the butterfly? Thank you. Long forgotten essence. A curious traveler visited our star, a bird which proffered these questions. What meaning does life hold? For what do you strive? I could find no satisfactory answers, only bittersweet memories of an age-long past. There was a time when we were lesser, and in our nescience sought purpose, struggled to justify life's worth. That was, of course, before we achieved perfection. Now condemned to our paradise, we understand the fatuity of our existence. Like the fledglings we once were, the poor bird could not accept the truth. It asked us again and again, hoping perhaps our answer might change. Only in death may we find peace. Ah, finally we are free.
You underestimate me.
What its people had gained from ease, they lost.
Thank you. Oh, how I've waited for this moment. They lost their passion for everything, life itself. There was a time when we yearned to explore the heavens, found purpose in the hope of unveiling life's mysteries. Dreams shattered when we reached enlightenment, and found it empty. There was a time when we believed in our legacy, thought ourselves marking a worthy path our successors might follow. Efforts rendered futile when we discovered the keys to paradise and immortality. As individuals, we struggled to know what was right, yet in today's perfect unity, there is naught left to question. We are infinity constricted by the finite, but no more. Ra'Lah shall grant us the mercy of annihilation. Ra'Lah. No, how could they? We may have given up, but it's no reason for us to lose hope.
So they created the kindest, most gentle of beasts. Its steps were light, and its gift was as
You
painless
cannot
as it
stop
was
us.
beautiful.
Ah, I see. So where it jumps and then it blows up, that's where we need to go. I see.
You underestimate me.
Bathed in its golden glow, they all slept happily ever after.
Okay.
Hold still. You cannot stop us!
There we go. Oh my gosh, you piece of crap. Okay, I got lucky then. for now. Might want to heal. So. Okay. At least now we have an idea of what drives her. Calamity of disease or war, I can understand, but this? If I walk away again and shrub. I shudder to think how many worlds she's watched fall. I am no stranger to despair. I would not be here without you otherwise. I think that's what he said. However deep the despair, we cannot give up. They attained paradise, and yet it proved their unmaking. Not what I expected. A great dread, nigh beyond description, yet hangeth in the air, I think. There we go.
That you still stand. Your determination defies all reason. The souls within me writhe and recoil in your presence. What must I do? What pain must I visit upon you to make you surrender to despair?
No one is unbreakable. What pains one may weather may bring another to tears. But therein lies our strength. For when we fall, our brothers and sisters are there to raise us up, again and again, without end.
I see. But no matter how much hope exists, ever will there be more despair.
Holy crap.
Ever will the living cast the present and lament the future. So shall we sing until life ceases to be.
Meteon?
Seven hells.
What the hell is that?
On your guard.
The rage. It rises. Rises.
Estinian.
Stop! Calm yourself, please.
Meteon.
We die in pain. We die in suffering. Who are you to live? Who are you to hope?
Hold on, my friends.
Sure thing.
Oriange, watch out!
God, what were you gonna say?
Alphino!
We cannot comprehend. We cannot know. We cannot know.
Don't do this.
Don't, please! Don't do this to them! To yourself!
Just one good strike. What?
Stop! Please stop!
We will not suffer alone. All will know our pain.
No, you don't!
Thank you, Graha. Graha. Thancred.
All are washed in ice, a frozen waste, forever silent.
No.
Wait! Don't!
I'm saving them. This will send them back, right? Okay, they're safe. It's just me. Again. But that's fine. At least they're safe.
You gifted them escape and
Yes.
rendered yourself powerless.
It's fine. I'll take you on myself.
Bereft of the synergy you claim is your strength. Unless you need to call upon the dead once more.
I'll be fine. I'll take you on myself.
Defiant to the last. But you will be one with us ere long. You will be battered and torn and made to crawl. You will weep and wail and curse your impotence. Curse your life as it fades.
Bring it on.
As we did. As we died. Such pain and sorrow we felt. Such anguish and rage. We tried. We tried. But it was no use. Only when we surrendered did we find release. Only when we embraced death. So join us in despair and embrace yours.
Huh?
My ultimatum. What is happening?
The hell? Okay. What?
At the end of everything, I find you, my friend. I sought something in you once, as you did in me. When at last I understood what it was, I journeyed to Sharlayan to seek you out. Struck a bargain with the woman who shares your gift. In exchange for lending the Scions my aid, I was given the means to come hither. Gorging upon what remained of the Mana Crystal, I reclaimed the form of the dragon. And, hungry still for our reunion, I rode the light of the stars to you.
Okay.
I take it this is your prey.
Alright.
But why does it still live? Surely it is no match for you. I assumed you would be above something so banal as despair. Am I mistaken?
You don't even know what the hell I've been through. I don't want your help. If it comes to it, I won't save you.
I care not. What I desire of you isn't succor. It is satisfaction. So come! Let us dispense with this distraction, you and I!
Oh, okay. Okay, this is badass.
Struggle in vain.
This is
You
freaking
will
cool.
not silence our song of oblivion.
Alright, this is badass. Oh my god. The final day. Okay, this is sick. Before I even start this, here we go. Hello everyone. Welcome back. Anyways, we are doing the final day now. There we go. Oh shoot, I need a party. Crap. Here we go.
will never reach it. Will never reach the deliverance you seek.
I have my volume up. Alright, what's the plan?
Our hunt ends this day.
Okay.
There is nowhere you can flee that we cannot follow.
Alright, I guess we're just jumping into it. Alright.
Even stars must die.
Oh. Oh my planets, I didn't see that. Okay. I see why.
Utterly futile. Your suffering is at an end. This is a kindness.
Okay.
All of us have known despair.
We may have, but that doesn't change the fact that there's still hope. Ah, crap.
We have seen the end.
Ow. Okay, watch your planets. Because something can happen. Like right there. Damn it. Oh, wait, what? Impact event has been recorded.
The same end. Again and again.
I wasn't. Oh my god. I am an idiot. I deserve that. Holy crap. Where? Okay. I caught it that time. Oh wait. Wait. Yeah, this here, right? Okay.
A sorrow so deep only emptiness remains.
Okay. I don't like that. 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 Are we safe here?
If there is no happiness in life, there is only one place it may be found.
Okay, so we gotta kill this thing as fast as possible. Oh my god. Are we gonna do it?
Oblivion.
Oh, shoot. Did we do it? Oh shit. Damn it. Too early. Ah, yes.
Dynamis. No matter.
Damn it.
You only delay the inevitable. This is fate.
Wait a minute.
Your time has come. It always does.
Damn it. Shit. The hell? What? Oh, hell yes.
What is this defiance?
I panicked and we still were okay. Holy crap.
The pain, the loss. We cannot suffer it again.
We will stand against fate.
Oh my god, Alpha, no.
No matter the cost.
We've been here before. Many a time.
Thus do we know.
I just...
To never give up.
The hope will shine again.
What we saw. What I saw.
Hope will live on.
This can only end in misery and desolation. No life, no star, nor the universe itself. None should hope for better. If this was not the answer, Then what is it? Where lies happiness?
Oh shoot, they changed that. Ah, there. Alright. I really didn't deserve that, but okay. That was probably the coolest thing I've seen. I seriously thought we were fucked. I thought I fucked us up that bad. Damn. Here we are, Meteon.
No matter where we flew, there was only darkness and loneliness and pain. We couldn't find the answers Hermes yearned for. The answers he deserved. Greetings, you who are my final encounter. I wish to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends?
Aww. Of course.
Yes, I can see them. The memories of a long, long journey. So many people. The thoughts of them overflowing in your heart. What they live for. What gives their lives meaning. There was never a single answer. You gather pieces of happiness, precious and fragile, only to lose them. Then start again. On and on it goes, until death takes you into its gentle embrace.
That's just life.
That which Hermes sent us to find was there all this time. On Atheris.
It wasn't always there. We created it together.
Like a field of flowers, perhaps. At first a single blossom. It spreads and takes on more colors. Thank you for guiding me here. To find these words at journey's end fills me with joy. And so, before I fall forever silent, there is one thing I must do. No expression of regret will undo what my sisters and I have done, or restore what we have stolen. But if you would allow it, I would sing one last song. A song of the newfound joy that swells in my heart. Of the beauty of light when it shines across a dark and starless sea. Of a dream that from the soil of worlds now lost to sorrow, life will spring forth once more, nourished by gentle rains and caressed by uplifting winds. A song of hope.
Yes. Beautiful. Just beautiful.
One day, life will fill the universe again, and Hermes will see this and smile. How, I do not know. But I do know that where there is a will, there is a way. After all, miracles happen every day, do they not?
Absolutely.
I will create a path back to your ship, where your dear friends await. Hold in your heart your desire to return to them, then follow my lead and walk forth.
Sure thing.
That hope will surely guide you true.
I'll see you soon, Meteon. This is so beautiful.
You mean to return to the world where you are hailed as a hero.
Indeed.
Hear me then. Not as a hero, but as simply you.
Alright then. After all, you did help me.
As I learned in Alamigo, you are a formidable foe. Stronger than any I have faced. Against you, I need bring my all to bear. I need burn through the candle of my life. This is the sole pleasure I know. And it is the sole pleasure I have to share. And so I come before you, to issue challenge, and offer singular bliss. If you wish to walk away, I will not stop you. You value life, You do not burn yours save for reasons you deem worthy. Reasons such as those which brought you here. The salvation of a world and its people. The motives of a hero true.
Okay.
But there is more to you than that. You know this to be true.
Huh?
As surely as you know the thrill of pushing your body and soul to their limits. Of confronting ever mightier foes, dancing ever closer to the precipice, wondering if this will be the one to finally fill the void.
Okay, yeah, I understand
Such pleasures you seek for their own sake, and no other reason. Is this not so, adventurer?
Huh. Well, that I can't deny. Yeah, this is the only thing I can say.
Ha! Acceptance! At long last! The conflagration of our clash will scorch even the stars!
Defeat Xenos. I love this already. Alright. Xenos' soul is blazed with passion. Space comes to life within Dynamis as your spirit burns in kind. Your soul burns brighter, your power swells.
Hold nothing back! Push yourself to your limit and me to mine!
I will. Oh, okay.
Ha! Still fighting you, I see.
I didn't even see the other side there. I'll have to pay attention to that. That would have been bad. Okay. Oh wait, this is just stuff from Shinryu fight. That's right. Oh, okay.
Show me your vaunted fortitude.
You like that, Xenos? That's my fortitude.
Soon you will know the full extent of my power.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Mine for the taking.
Oh. Okay.
Mine for the taking.
There we go. Okay. There we go.
A test of your reflexes.
Oh my gosh.
A test of your reflexes.
I love this already. Okay, so that's coming this way, that's coming this way.
Mine for the taking.
Okay. Oh crap. Did I? Oh shoot, no I didn't.
A test of your reflexes.
Shoot, 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 move. Oh shoot. Ow.
A test of your reflexes. Mine for the taking. Mine for the taking.
There we go.
Ugh. Ah, my soul, how it burns.
Okay, can I fight? Oh shoot.
I know the inferno swelling within me. Come, let all creation be consumed by our ravenous fervor.
Okay. Alright.
I have you.
Oh crap.
Ah!
Wow.
Do not tell me your life's fire is already spent.
I got more. Right? Yeah, I do.
Yes, yes! Rise once more! It mustn't end yet!
Oh shoot. Let's not get too hasty here.
A test of your reflexes! I have you!
Okay. Oh no, I screwed that up. Okay.
A test of your reflexes! Show me your vaunted fortitude! for the taking!
Should be okay.
I have you! Mine for the taking!
Oh my gosh, not this again.
Mine for the taking! I have you!
Alright. That's it.
No, not yet.
Okay, he's
Not
ready
until
for
the
another.
last of me is spent.
He's ready for another. Okay, that didn't work.
Now fall. This is my moment. Our moment.
Come on. Oh, this is great. That was sick. I love that. I might just, if New Game Plus is available, I'm going to just go for that fight over and over. Of course, I played through the whole game again, but yeah, damn.
That I should lose again. How disappointing.
I was gonna win.
Never have I understood those around me. Understood their obsessions. Besieged by their banality, the world is a mire of tedium and trivialities. But in these fleeting moments, there is a spark. Blinding, brilliant. Gone. too soon. What of you, my mirror? Born into this world, bestowed name, bid to seek out strife and adventure.
Guess this is it. It's a fun ride.
Was this life a gift or a burden?
It's a gift.
Did you find fulfillment?
Yes. Oh my god. Well, Xenos, I guess I won't be with you soon, so this has been fun. Goodbye. Wow. Alright.
Can you hear him? Say,
No, I'm dead.
must tend to. You're. Please.
Graha.
Someone, and
Stola.
Please.
Alphino. Oh god, Alize. Hear people crying. I gotta wake up.
you can't leave us. Not like this. If you do, I'll never forgive you. So come on. Open your eyes and get up.
Sure thing. I could just go back to sleep, but I don't know. Alright.
Are you with us?
More than ever.
Oh, thank the heavens. For a moment we thought...
Is everyone alright? Am I really alive? Is everyone alright?
After what you've done, you're the last person
Oh, Kratia. I'm sorry.
to be asking that.
Yeah, I really am. Sorry.
You... How can you keep your promise if you're not here?
Sorry.
Another fine show you've put on, my friend.
And it was a spectacular
Fine
one.
show indeed. What were you thinking? Fighting alone? Never do that again. My poor heart couldn't bear it.
Wow.
Put yourself in our place. If you hadn't returned, how do you think we would feel? And if that sounds harsh, it's because we care.
Yeah, it is harsh after what you guys
Tended
did.
to thy wounds as best we could. But how is the pain?
Feel fine. My muscles may feel like crap, but I'm good.
That is gladdening. Grievous as thine injuries were, however, I would counsel repose for a time.
Gladdening!
Ellie say.
There's nothing gladdening about this. When Meteion appeared in here and told us that you were right behind her, we all got our hopes up. But you never came. And when you finally deigned to appear, you're within an ilm of your life. Damn you! Damn you for making us worry!
Sorry.
Oh, those were cries of celebration. Anyway, well, the important thing is that you're all alive and in reasonably good health, and we mean to get you back that way.
We did promise
As
that.
for your earlier request, I'm quite certain we're in range to make contact now.
Ah, excellent. Let us announce our return at once. I hope you're ready.
I don't think you're gonna let me give the chance to prepare after this, so...
While you were unconscious, we set out from Ultima Thule, you see. Can you stand? If so, you may wish to see what's outside.
I think I can do that. As long as you don't ask me to go fight another god. Hell yeah.
We're home, my friend. We're home.
This truly was a great journey. I loved everything about this. Would go on another journey.
that?
Oh boy.
It is! It's the Ragnarok! They're back!
Thank heavens. Truly.
They've done
Welcome home.
Yes!
Aw, you poor Snow.
Welcome home, everyone!
I love this so much.
Welcome home!
It's good to be back. That's not a good place to put it if we're gonna use it again in another adventure. And there it is. Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker has come to a close. Wow. I really enjoyed everything about this. This was just so good. It really did wrap up everything. And then I was questioning Stormblood, but no, they definitely wrapped that up with Xenos' final fight there. That was amazing. I loved that. Yeah, that wrapped up Heavensward, Shadowbringers. God, man. Truly a fantastic finale. You, Final Fantasy XIV developers, you outdid yourselves with this. I still don't know if this beats Shadowbringers. I don't think it does. Not. It's close for me. Right now, Shadowbringers is number 1 in my opinion. 2 right now is Heavensward, and 3 is I definitely think Endwalker. Endwalker is very close to competing with Heavensward, but because of the fact that they added so many Heavensward things and tied it into there, it just goes to show how good Heavensward was. So, yeah, I think Shadowbringers is number 1, and then Heavensward is number 2, and Endwalker is 3. Because this was just so good. And they definitely added a lot more to think about with A Realm Reborn, which was really well done with Heidelin and especially her when you hear answers the first time when you load the game in the Realm Reborn thing. What plays is answers and the what would it say? I forget the name of the cutscene, but basically the part where there's like a huge war zone and Dalamud breaks out, or not Dalamud, Bahamut breaks out of Dalamud and destroys the source. I think it's the source, but yeah, it tied up so many knots and loose ends. Like I couldn't be happier. Alliance leaders were so into this story. I was very surprised with, and this story was actually kind of fast, not gonna lie. But yeah, like it literally tied everything with the Alliance leaders and especially the role quests. I think that was like the biggest thing there. And then there's the stuff with actual Endwalker, with the Forum, Garlemald, and yeah, it was... Thancred's arc was kind of wrapped up with Heidelin, because he had been protecting Minfilia, which eventually became a part of Heidelin. Then he took care of Reen, which that was always going to be Thancred's moment at that point. And then his final message to basically the person who he had been protecting all this time. It was so well done. Urianger from A Realm Reborn, with his relationship to Moonbrita, to how he's able to literally like speak with people like outside of that instead of just hiding behind the books and wisdom that he has. He's able to actually like speak to other people. It just goes to show how well evolved, like how evolved this character went through. Like right there, I love that scene so much. I'll visit Moonbrita's gravestone so you guys can see where it is. I always go to visit that like every once in a while, whenever something really sad happens. Which, guess what? Something really sad happened. And that was stuff with Endwalker there. The stuff with Midgard Stormer and the Dragonsong War, Estinian and Vritra, especially in the Ultima Thule, mentioning the dragons and all that. That was another huge finish to the Heavensward thing there. There was, let's see here, Alphino and Alize, they evolved so much. Like, their character development just went through the roof. Like, their character development went through Shadowbringers like really well, and how they handle things by themselves. And it goes to show how much that they could do, because at the start Alphino tried to literally manage an army, failed, and now after countless trials that he's been through, he's able to manage an entire, like, all the allies that he's gained, which he's now, like, I believe considered into like the Rising Stones and all that, and he calls them out all at once, telling them like where, what, like that moment in Endwalker, that was like the biggest moment for him. Alize, let's see here, the fact that she wants to literally protect anything that she cares so deeply to her, and she seems so kind of cold at first, but then eventually it goes to show how caring she was of like people who she really wanted to take care of. And you see that very well when it comes to the stuff that happens in Shadowbringers, and how she tries to take care of that like small sand village, and also how she handles the tempered kobold there. Like, that was, like, the biggest character leap for her in Shadowbringers, with Angelo there. And I guess she, like, I don't know what exactly they were going for with Alisaie there in Endwalker, but it seemed like she really... Like, it was very heavy on the Warrior of Light. Like, how much she cares for that. And I get it because of the fact that, like, you're not invincible and that there's, like, so many examples of that they show that you aren't. But it's, like, before... I believe it's, like, before all of that. Like, before the final days. Which... Frankly, you have been pretty overpowered during that time period, but overall, it doesn't still change the fact that with that, you were still able to prevail in those situations with or without the help and all that. And that's why I feel like the whole thing with Alisaie being so very interested in protecting the Warrior of Light there was... I just didn't know exactly they were going for. Maybe a possible relationship thing? I don't know. It seemed like that's what it was going for, especially the scene where she comes in at night right before the final days. Like, you have a multiple choice, and like you guess which person it is. And I guess Alisaie was the one who was showing up there. Which, in context, it makes sense that she would be the one to show up because of everything that had happened. But the way she phrased about like how I intend to protect you, Father, it wasn't just meant for him, it was meant for you too. It seemed like she was very heavy, like, feelings towards the Warrior of Light there. And then after that, the whole final days bit, and pretty much it was just them handling stuff on their own while you went to Elpis to learn what was going on. Only to then find out that Meteon was behind it, and because of the results that she received from her reports. So, yeah. So, huge character development on Alisaie there. Y'shtola. Oh boy, Y'shtola. The ever knowledgeable mage there. Let's see here. She very much evolved since A Realm Reborn. Or not A Realm Reborn, but I think Heavensward, because that's like when she died, like the first time, or was in life stream. Basically, she was dead for like a little bit, but her advancement towards like trying to understand the Highland, and especially the fact that like she's blind, so she can't see like things physically, but she can see ether, made her evolve more in her going up to like the wisdom that Urianger usually has from like studying his books and all that, and I find that really interesting. And there's the Warriors of Darkness. God, please don't make me cry over them again. They had a very horrible, horrible past there. Man, they suffered. But yeah. Yeah, she keeps searching for knowledge over and over again, and I find that she just reminded me a lot more of the way Urianger was at the start, which isn't bad, but she's definitely more talkative than Urianger was. And in this, she was very effective in deciphering what exactly the final days were. Which goes to show how much wisdom she gained over that time. Pablima's sacrifice, you don't have to do that. Yeah, let's see here. Already talked about Thancred, Alphinaud, Alizé, Shtolor, Yarache. Grahatia. Originally, he was part of a side quest for A Realm Reborn. The Crystal Tower raids, before they became part of the main story. He was very essential to understanding stuff with Shadowbringers entirely. But the only thing you basically understood from that point in time was the fact that he had the bloodline to the royal Allegan family. Because he was like some kind of royalty, I guess. Or he just had Allegan royal blood in him. I forget which one it is. Either way, he was able to access stuff in the Crystal Tower that no one else really could. And then in Shadowbringers, he's the one who brought you over to the First, because when he sacrifices himself in the Crystal Tower to be locked away, he's there in the First trying to prevent the calamity that would eventually destroy the First. And throughout all that time, the Crystal Tower takes effects on him, and you see him kind of crystallize. And the first time you notice that is when he takes you over before Xenos kind of nearly ends you. And he extends out his hand, and it's his crystal hand, and you have no idea who this person is, but you do know that it's like somewhat related to the Crystal Tower with the way everything is presented, because Shadowbringers, the main area is the Crystal Tower. Duh, of course this has something to tie with that one quest line. He was always mysterious and very enigmatic until eventually you find out about the journals and reports that he had been writing right before he gets kidnapped by Emmett Silk. And it was truly very interesting how much he adored, well, I'm not saying adored, but maybe was very inspired by the Warrior of Light. Because he also had been seeing you through your current travels, seeing you through your journey, through all of Heavensward to Stormblood and everything. Like, he saw everything there. He saw the victories and tragedies that happened to you. And at that point in time, he knew you were the perfect person to go and save the First, and summoned you. Which builds into the whole thing on Shadowbringers. You're there to save the First. And how much of he wanted to be close to you. And at the very end, you finally invite him on. Well, not at the very end of that, but the next bit, right after he sacrifices himself again, after you defeat Elidibus, you then finally go on a journey with him. A journey that you promised that you would go with him on right before he passed, and he basically fulfilled his dream that he had. He was just written so well, and personally, he was one of my favorite characters throughout the entirety of it. He did so much by himself, but then finally, after reuniting with you again, he gets to see his very old friend and actually go on quests and adventures with him. Yeah, Gratia, he was truly amazing. Let's see here, who else is there? Kryl, oh boy. after being introduced in Heavensward, she... And I have touched... Well, no, I beat Final Fantasy V, but I didn't really touch up on the whole thing with Kryl that much. I mainly just saw Final Fantasy V overall as a very comedic game rather than anything that was too serious. That felt like the first comedy Final Fantasy there. But I do know Kryl was like very very serious throughout all of that. And it was definitely interesting seeing the way Kryl was introduced into this here, especially as like being a vessel for Hydaelyn, speaking of Hydaelyn, or Vana, I guess I should say. You don't really know much about Hydaelyn other than the fact that she's the person you speak with at the start of the game. Tells you that you are the one to eventually defeat this person here, and that you will then find out about the truth at some point. And at that time, I assumed it would have been referring to stuff with Bahamut and what happened after Louisoix sent you, well, the Warriors of Light/Darkness. I think it's Warriors of Light, but they also are the Warriors of Darkness because you see literally the characters from the Warriors of Darkness there, so it could be that. It just, you don't really know much about her until finding out very later on into Shadowbringers, because like after you restore all your crystals from a Guardstormer, Hydaelyn kind of just up and vanishes, and like the only time you hear Hydaelyn, is like as far as I remember, was right before the fight with Emmett Selk, or like in the Hades fight, when you do like the reaction thing. In Zodiark's name, I beseech you. There's a little bit there where he's like, has the Warden's Light finally taken over? No, damn you, damn your wretched blessing. And Hydaelyn like literally intervened with that because it says like Hydaelyn's Light Inner Champions grows faint. So she makes some bit of like help to you throughout your journey, but you don't really find out much about who or what Hydaelyn really is until very, very late. Like, I want to say after Shadowbringers, when you investigate with the Raktika thing, and I think it's like Great Raktika Woods or something. I forget what it is. But it explains like who and what Zodiark and Hydaelyn are. Like, this thing here. But yeah. After going through all of this and Endwalker, and hearing the stuff that Hydaelyn mentioned right at the start, it suddenly gets a lot more clear what truth she was referring to, and especially the song Answers, because it's a song about her loss, the sacrifices that she made. It was never about how the Warriors of Darkness eventually like made their way through whatever Bahamut was. It was never that. It was always about Vana's sacrifice. which then you find out, well, you like meet Vana the first time at the very end of Shadowbringers in Mordona, where she just shows up and mentions a few things like that the truth will like now be revealed or something like that, if I remember correctly. And then throughout Endwalker, you slowly build on who Vana really is, and her tie to the Ascians, Emet-Selch, Zodiark, even. Like, it was... everything that she had done was built on the on trying to save mankind, or her people, one way or another. The prisoning with Zodiark, the shards broken into 14 different reflections, the stuff in Kitiosis, Hypostasis, I think that's the name of it, and yeah, it's just, man. She had done so much for you and so much for her people, and still had to suffer even more through it. Like the end of the Elpis cutscene there, when walking towards Emet-Selch, and you see her I guess form blacken and fade away. Every sacrifice that you've made ties to her and how much she has to feel it. It is really, really interesting because of your connection to Azim, which she was originally the Azim, but then the next Azim came over, and that would be you. And I guess that Azim disappeared after the final days were starting, and abandoned Emet's, Hythlodaeus, and Vana. Because obviously, you can't be the current Azim, because they say that you represented, like, the physiology of Azim. So obviously can't have been, you couldn't have been the current Azim at that time. It had to have been the Azim, you from the past. Your first you, before you reincarnated into the champion that Hydaelyn now has. Let's see here. Zodiark, always built as like the big villain that the Ascians want to summon. You don't really get much context onto what Zodiark was other than to try to save the Ascians from destruction. But other than that, like, Fandaniel kind of just takes over Zodiark's form. So it's hard to tell. And Zodiark was thrown in there very quickly. Yeah. Hythlodaeus, close friend of Azim, and the first time you meet him is in Amarot. Really, really great character, and the fact that he even recognized you first before, like, the other shades did was something really interesting. Emet-Selch, fantastic villain. Really enjoyed the way they handled him. He seemed so comical at the start of, or well, at the end of Stormblood, only to then take an interest in the Warrior of Light as a possible ally, to then, because he believed that if you were able to control Warden's light, then you would be able to possibly assist him with repairing the damage that he had lost. Being his people, Amarant itself, etc. And the sorrow that befell him and Amarant really goes to show in this when you go through Elpis and go fight your way to Hermes and Meteon and try to stop them from essentially destroying everything right at the start. Only for Hermes to then wipe Hythlodaeus and Emet-Selch's memories. And it really goes to show the connection of how much you had with Emet-Selch at the end of it all. With that final scene in Shadowbringers, right before the Hades fight, when he says, "No, it can't be," and that was actually you, and he remembers you from the past, from your time in Elpis, or the time as Azim. I see it as the time in Elpis, because, speaking of Elpis, here's Elpis' theme, Sky Unsundered. It really goes to show how much he meant to Azim, how much you meant to him and all that, especially with Hythlodaeus there. And the fact that, despite the fact that he had tried to stop the final days from happening, he believed they just happened out of sheer force of will, only to then remember it at his last breathing moment that he actually tried to stop it and still lost everything he had. That was truly dark. Yeah. Xenos. The combat addict. I really enjoyed him in this. It goes to show how much of in his soul he never gave up. Like after you defeating him in Stormblood there, how much of a rematch he wanted, only to then eventually have his soul or his vessel be taken over by an Ascian, and literally fought his way over and scared one of the Ascians out of there to eventually have your rematch. It goes to show how determined he was to fight you. I really enjoyed him. I find him to be a fantastic villain. I don't find him to be perfect like Kefka is, but he definitely has he doesn't have a motive for doing most of the stuff he does. All he wants is a rematch with you, and a way he sees for you to have a rematch is to literally force everything to be out of your way so you don't need to think about anything else. So what good way is it than to just destroy the world and cause the final days? I mean, after all, if the world's ending, what else is there to focus on except at the moment? And I really enjoyed that. But yeah, what can I say? He was very combative towards you and all that. He's just an addict for it. Fandaniel, Hermes, or Amon. Amon is apparently his favorite face, I guess. I feel unfair towards saying that he was terrible, because he wasn't. The only reason I said that originally, when seeing Fandaniel the first time, which is possessing Asahai's body, is because he had the characteristics of Asahi, and it only grew how much he changed later on, and showing his true colors as Amon and especially Hermes. Still not able to forgive him for everything he's done, but he was very misunderstood, for sure. I definitely didn't like him, but I don't find him to be terrible. I think he was still decently written, but I wasn't a big fan of him that much. Compared to the other Ascians, I find... I don't know. I didn't care much for La Habrea that much, or... I forget the Ascian and the Empty, with the Shadowbringers trials there. Overall, it was... he was okay. Yeah. Yeah, story was good. Characters were really well done. Areas looked fantastic. I still think Ultima Thule is probably... Ultima Thule and Elpis are probably one of the best looking places in Endwalker. I don't think I can change my mind on that at all. It's... especially Ultima Thule. That was before the fog lifted. It was very... like, you could tell that there was something up with it. I mean, there was dragons and stone. Fog was literally covering everything. It was hard to see things. The night sky was, like, very, very dark. So it definitely changed everything when Estinian, sacrifice came through and lit everything up. There was wind, and all of a sudden, instead of echoes in the distance playing, it was close in the distance instrumental, which was really highlighting the fact that you are going to be dealing with them sacrificing themselves here. And it was just... it was really, really good looking after that. Especially seeing the place where the Ea was, the Alphatron, and then after the Alphatron, things truly lit up and highlighted a lot of the things you see in Ultima Thule, like the stars fading out, like the actual like effect of like the stars fading out, like the little black orbs you see on there. Especially the environment changes. Yeah. Ultima Thule was really, really good looking. I do think I'm probably gonna set my main location to Ultima Thule. I just can't not go there and not just be starstruck at that point. And this may be unfair towards the other places and all that, but I'm very much like looking at the night sky. So this really hit it for me. And all Final Fantasy XIV players. Wow, alright. Special thanks really should go out to the people who really deserve it, and all that stuff. Hold on. That literally said, like... Okay, scratch that. Endwalker, best one. I can't. Oh, man. That is amazing. I literally cannot.
Dearest mother, dearest father, this letter will be the very last that I write to you from the rising stones.
What?
As I commit these words to parchment, I fondly recall my journey as a scion.
Oh.
From the time I first walked into the Order's former halls, to the time I set forth to forestall the final days.
We're not doing time leaps here, are we? Like 10 years later or something?
At the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars, we fought the battle of our lives.
We truly did. Oh, Moonbreeda.
Fought against despair itself. A veritable maelstrom of it, fed by the resignation that dwelled in the hearts of beings not so unlike ourselves.
Oh my god.
Full oft have I harbored the same malaise. Have I been brought to my knees, crushed by the weight of sorrow and defeat, convinced that I will never rise again. However,
it's truly amazing.
I have also known many moments of unbridled joy and happiness.
Oh, I love this.
By this truth do I find hope within, blooming resplendent, like the Elpis flower. And thus do I endure.
Philomene? I think that's her name.
Do I look forward to creating more memories with my friends and loved ones.
Oh.
For from these fertile seeds, yet more hope shall spring forth. And they will grow to become shining lights that illuminate the dark.
This is so beautiful.
Thus believing, I leave the rising stones behind, as will my comrades.
Wait, what? Wait.
For, as we have decided, after careful deliberation, we are disbanding the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Hold on, wait, stop. No, please. I want to go on more adventures.
There you are, Alphino. everyone is already gathered in the foyer.
My apologies. I'll be right there. At least, that is what the story will be.
You sneaky bastard. I assumed you were gonna be serious about that.
Sorry to keep you all waiting.
What could you possibly have left to do now?
Exactly, we saved the world from destruction.
Oh, just a letter.
I imagine it will be a while before we can gather like this again.
So it must be, if we're to keep up appearances. From now on, it falls to the Grand Company of Eorzea and its allies to deal with the realm's crises.
Wait, we're really disbanding?
Meanwhile, we shall return to our erstwhile ways.
What? I was just talking about like our character development. I want to go on more adventures.
From plain sight to take our place in the shadows once more.
I don't want to take place in the shadows. I want to go on more
Indeed.
adventures.
For the foreseeable future, I expect that we must work independently as we seek out problems that want for solving.
But
a day will come when we face another great challenge, and we will face it together, as we always have.
As much as I look forward to that day, I do hope it doesn't come anytime soon.
I would like to, you know, go on more adventures with you guys.
Formal association or no, if any of you should require my services, you need but ask.
I guess if we're going our separate ways...
I'll be glad to keep my lance arm honed.
I'll hold you to that. So you had better keep your link pearl on hand.
So you really mean to stay, Tataru?
Oh, someone has to keep the Rising Stones in proper order. And even a super-secret organization requires a super-secret base of operations. To the rest of the world, it will be naught more than a workshop for Eorzea's foremost up-and-coming artisan. If you thought our coffers were full to bursting before, just wait till I can devote myself wholly to the crafts.
I can't wait to see your works of craft, Tataru. Like, I really can't.
Plotting to build a mercantile empire to rival that of Lord Lodorito, are we?
She'll do it. I'll support it if I have to.
I, for one, look forward to your future successes, Tataru. As do I our next meeting.
Truly.
And with that, I believe it is past time you all made ready to depart.
I don't want to leave yet.
No preparations undone or words unsaid, all right? Now, off with you.
Fine, I'll say goodbye. I don't like that. We just made it like through a whole journey of despair and saving the world from destruction. Now I have to say goodbye to all of you. I don't like this at all. Oh my gosh, there's so many people I would like to have gone on adventures with. So many characters, so many... Far too much blood has been spilt, and far too many lives lost. Still, I am glad I was able to do something to repay those who showed me a path to the future. Not that our job is over, of course, far from it. There's much that remains to be done, but before true and lasting peace can be achieved. To that end, Hori and I mean stuff for Corvos. We expect that the tensions between the Garleans and the Corvosi will only flare more with the Empire's fall. I still remember the day we sparred together as though it were yesterday. To think how far we have all come since then. Even now, I have not abandoned my dream of besting you in single combat, of a friendly nature. Of course, though I clearly do not hold a candle to the Warrior of Light at present, I shall continue to train diligently that one day you might consider me an equal. The next part of the expansion, I better be able to fight Hoary Boulder here. I should be able to. I don't care what it is, I should be able to fight him. I am so glad the danger is past. There was nothing I could do but pray from here, so I was relieved to the point of tears when everyone made it back safely. I imagine we'll have far more free time now, so I was thinking I'd study up on healing magic, that I can make myself more useful in the future. My first step will be the Astrologism in Ishgard, to learn about Charlene astrology. I must follow Orchard's lead and continue to hone my skills. We may have accomplished our goal, but put it behind us, but my time with the Scions proved memories that will last me a lifetime. What bliss, to think I was blessed with the chance to experience such unbridled brotherly love. But now that Orchard has decided to set off without his dear brother, without the two of them together, I fear I might suffer withdrawal. I am so glad I was able to be here at this moment. Wait, is that it? You know, I considered continuing to follow in Hori's footsteps, but I've realized it's time. I found my own way in life. Otherwise, I'll never be half the man my brother is. First things first, I'm going to head to Gridania to visit the Conjurer's Guild and the Archer's Guild. I will do my very best to brush up on my skills before I see you again. I look forward to it. The Salvation Manphilia dream for Eorzea comes closer to reality with every step the Scions take. Yes, the world may still be in the throes of change, but it is improving. I see it happening day by day, and I sit here praying that whatever new road you walk will bring you the wonder and joy you deserve. Should you need a rest in between your journeys, do come and join me on the terrace for old time's sake. Sure thing. 'Tis a shame the Scions are disbanding, even if only in name. I still fondly recall the day you granted me my uniform. The memory remains vivid, yet it feels like a lifetime ago. I consider returning to the Adder's Nest, but since I've come this far, I've decided I ought to continue my journey and venture to Garlemald instead. I can't hold a candle to the infamous wandering minstrel, but I thought I might share with the Garleans the tale of your epic deeds, extend to them on an olive branch of song, if you will. The exploits of you and your companions are truly an inspiration to us all. I have never felt more compelled to hone my own skills, that I one day might be able to accomplish such heroic deeds. Agurmus means to visit Limsa Lominsa, and I will join him and continue my search. I know not when we will meet again, but please take care of yourself. You got it. I'll be sure to visit you too. Agurmus. I can still scarce believe our battle extended to the ends of creation, but seeing the Scion's mission to completion was both an honor and a privilege. As for myself, I've spent quite a while away from home, so I think I'll return to Limsa Lominsa for now. And once I get there, my first order of business will be downing a pint or 3 at the Drowning Wench. Save some for me. I'll go with you. Could definitely use a drink after that. There has been naught but chaos since the Telophoroi first appeared. Towers, lunar primals, the Empire, the final days. Yet we have all weathered it all and lived to see the sun rise on a new day. And now that peace has returned, I can finally resume my travels with my grandfather. Perhaps we will go first to Kugane to relax in the Boikheisen hot springs. That might be nice. Of course, my journey will not simply be for pleasure. I will collect information on the territories I travel. Perhaps I shall visit Nagzia via Doma. You were but an amateur adventurer when we first met, but look at you now. You've grown into quite the fine young lad, just as I always knew you would. One might say I ought to settle down in my old age, but seeing you now has set my adventurous spirit ablaze once more. But the first journey I set out upon will be a long-awaited hot springs tour with my dear friend Home. Vamatia. Ehrenveld's pressing matters, according to him anyway. A pity you couldn't be here to witness the momentous occasion, though he bids me to tell you congratulations. As for me, well, once the Scions disband, I intend to resume my work in Ralger's Reach. I suppose Ehrenveld will need support in Garabanya too, though he would not admit as much. Well, he will have my help, whether he wants it or not. Feels a little strange now. Main link pearl's gone quiet. Since my unique skills are no longer needed for the safety of the star and all, that I'm going to become an adventurer like you, traveling far and wide. I imagine I'll start by heading to Mericidia or the New World. Just need to find myself a ship first. I'll go on with you there. That sounds like fun. Go on, Master. Don't miss the chance to say a word to each of our friends. After all you've been through together, I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Entrance to Dawn's Respite. Is there someone here? I mean, they give the option to go here. Oh, that's where we were at the start of our journey. This takes me back. How much we progressed from Amarat to the final days. I wonder if there's someone in the solar. Oh yeah, there should be someone in the solar, right? Yeah, that person who I did the Ultima stuff, right? He should still be here. It's a pleasure as always, Master. What would you ask for me? Oh. Unfortunate. I assumed that maybe, like, if they were going to, like, since they added all that stuff, then maybe they would have added him as well. That's fine, though. Well, I have talked with everyone here, so I guess I should talk to... Huh. Let's see here. I think I'll talk to Estinian first. Okay, I already like where this conversation's going by the music. If you have something to say, then out with it. Just worried how you'll earn your keep now. Just wondering how I'll earn my keep now. Yeah, true. I'm not even going on adventures anymore. What? I thought you adventurers had any number of ways to earn coin. And though the Scion's mode of operation has changed, we should be compensated as before. In any case, I do not want for options, even if some are worse than others. No sooner did Amaric hear about our disbandment than he offered me a position as a guardsman in the Imperium district. As a former Zur Dragoon, I'm guaranteed to be popular, he said. Who does he take me for? Even without his meddling, I'm perfectly capable of finding employment. And have. You have? Some days ago, a Honish envoy arrived with word from Vritra. The worm requests my presence as soon as things have settled there. He didn't deign to mention why I'm needed, but it pertains to dragons, like as not. In Thavnair, like elsewhere, the phenomena caused by the final days abated when you defeated Meteon. Though it was too late for those who had already transformed, life is beginning to return to normal for the survivors. Of those who sought refuge in Sharlayan, most have already returned home. But many do not have a home to return to, nor loved ones. By an arrangement between Vritra and the Forum, such souls may remain in Sharlayan, if they wish to work and study. Vritra was always the satrap in truth. It's gratifying to see him become one in name as well, one who's the complete confidence of his people, if the envoy's tone was any indication. I often find myself speaking favorably of dragons as of late. Not so long ago, I would have assumed his benevolence hid ulterior motives, but 'tis clear he cares for his people, and they in turn revere him. To know such a nation may flourish is comforting. Treacherous kin sought release from conflict. So weary were they of the suffering it wrought, they surrendered to oblivion. But Midgardsormr didn't give up. In hope he made the journey distant to Aetheris. To distant Aetheris with his clutch of eggs. And though his progeny went on to be embroiled in conflict with men, there were times when they transcended hatred to abide in harmony. That is their legacy, and their triumph. In my lance, I feel the weight of their struggle and the strength of their resolve, and it lends me strength. These things I might never have learned had I not joined you. Should you ever have need of me, I will come. At the very least, it might be an opportunity to earn coin. You can count on me calling for you, bud. No journey won't be fun without you guys. World Hazard, the false deity born in the Tower of Zot, has survived, and occasionally appears to terrorize the locals. Those who vanquish that being and present proof in Radzet Han will receive a handsome reward, though handsome isn't the word I would use to describe such outlandish garb. While I'm in Thavnair, perhaps I will acquire a set to send to Americ, in lieu of an answer to his job offer. Let him stand guard, thus attired, and be the talk of the Imperium, if not all Kurthis. I suspected this music was going to be playing. Oh, are we saying our farewells too? I hadn't at present planned on a journey of any great length. Not that I am averse to a moment or two of quiet reminiscence. In fact, there was something I'd been meaning to ask you, something that has been in my thoughts since the last flames of the final days subsided. During our travels, we have witnessed more than a lifetime's worth of oddities and spectacles, more that can be easily recalled or remembered. And nestled amongst those memories are certain essential facts, the history of Aetheris and the ancients, glimpses of the Ea of their culture and philosophy. Rather than simply hoard such treasures in my mind, I wonder if I should not be disseminating them in formal records for wider consumption. When needed, I have penned reports and prepared briefings, but ever have I balked at the idea of binding the subject of my studies in a book or tablet. Truth is given shape and interpretation. When we seek to capture with our words, it is invariably molded to fit a narrative, no matter how well-intentioned the rendering. An event is described as sad, a summation which falls to express the emotional complexity, yet the word on the page is what endures, a pale shadow of reality. Throughout history, some have deliberately embellished the truth, but I believe many, if not most, deviations are the result of similar linguistic shortcomings, piling one upon the other, until the end result is unrecognizable from its origin. Which is why I fear that writing an account in my own words would be akin to diluting fine wine with water. Yet even with the potential for corrupted meaning, I do of course realize the importance of keeping written records. Without them, my search for wisdom would be a painful affair indeed. But what say you on this matter? Should I take up the quill? Reflect upon those experiences only we have shared, and seek to preserve them for posterity? Aye, let them be read and remembered. Nay, it's enough to hold them in your memories. If someone can use it in the future, other people's history, it should rather be read and remembered rather than forgotten inside memories. Because then we regret those actions later. Because when we truly need it, we'll find ourselves reaching the end faster than we think, in all honesty. After all, it's what spreads ideas. Very well then. I shall endeavor to pen what I can of the Ea, and the Ancients, and of so many other wonders. But I am no scribe. It will be less a polished work and more of a reordering of scattered notes. In any case, I feel much better for having sought your opinion. Left to our own devices, we tend to overthink such things. I will otherwise return to following where my curiosity leads. After all, a safe method of travel to the first yet eludes me, and our venture into the great expanse has prompted me an entirely new set of questions. Should you stumble into the unknown or struggle with some impenetrable mystery, know that I am at your beck and call. It never hurts to see things from a different perspective, and mine is rather different than most. You can bet I will call on you for that. Although I might call on you if the end of the world happens to show up again. I might need you at that point. Lise came to visit the other day. She peppered me with questions about the lasting repercussions of the final days. I took the opportunity to explain our plans to disband, and she understood our reasoning immediately. Once a scion, always a scion, it would seem. She was eager to relive old times and remember old friends. Bittersweet memories, mayhap, but from the look on her face, the joys outweighed the sorrows. Oh, Master, how are you feeling? Any lingering aches or pains? I can't apologize enough for sending Xenos to find you in Ultima Thule. When he came to me in Charlian, I was truly torn. As ever, there was only one thing on his mind. Forced to make a decision, I reasoned that if he would not be deterred from seeking you out, he might at least aid us in our cause, and so I struck a bargain. In the end, he was true to his word, and you defeated him despite your earlier exertions. But knowing the state you were found in, it could have ended very differently. My decision almost cost you your life, and no words could express the remorse I feel. It worked out. You did the right thing. I won't lie. I thought that was it for me. I think she likes an honest answer. But I think she really needs the better answer here, which is, it worked out. It's fine. It is a relief to hear you say that. Thank you. Time and time again, I've been made to feel woefully inadequate. I wasn't much use in battle, nor could I face the form without my nerves getting the better of me. It always fell to you and the others. I must and will do better. And I shall begin with the restoration of the students of Baldessian. Through our work, Charlian will strengthen its ties with other nations, that we may be better prepared to face whatever threats arise in the future. Of course, this isn't something I can accomplish alone, but thankfully, I have the staunchest of help in Raha, in Ojika, and our other remaining members. Together, we'll continue Grandfather's work. As before, certain commissions will take us to dangerous locales, and we may need to call upon seasoned adventurers. Call on me. I will be there. In such times, might you be willing to assist us? Not because you feel obliged, mind you, but because you feel alert for the task itself. Yeah! Marvelous. Should something of interest arise, I shan't hesitate to reach out to you. Until that day, I shall endeavor to become a more dependable comrade. I want to see you fight. That might be really interesting. Oh, I should mention that Aaronville has kindly agreed to share the odds of potential interest he hears from his fellow gleaners. In exchange, we will help them to restore the archives to their proper order. With the Exodus abandoned, all items must be returned whence they came, a task no less grueling than their removal. Oh god, now that the final days aren't there, I guess they're gonna have to put everything back. Oh man, that sucks. Even now, Chica assists in the sorting of arcane artifacts. Oh yes, not only is he a skilled administrator, he's also a certified appraiser specializing in relics from the 5th Astral Era. Despite his qualifications though, he seems none too keen on the work. I shall have to go and relieve him as soon as I can. Hurry on, Jay. I guess this would be fitting. Master, thou hast spoken with our comrades? Though this parting be not forevermore, 'tis nonetheless occasion for sorrow. Akin to a pixie's path, the navigation of such farewells is a perilous endeavor indeed. For their part, however, the Loporrits embark upon a new beginning. Though bereft of its purpose as a vessel, the moon yet remaineth hospitable for the creatures of Aetheris. Thus do our lunar visitors convene with the Forum, intent upon assigning some new and beneficial role to our solitary satellite. Yet ere that may come to pass, there is much and more each party must learn of the other, a process which doth promise to be eventful indeed. To that end, a cadre of Loporrits hath gleefully dispersed across our lands in the name of mutual understanding. Hydaelyn, 'tis said, did imbue them with her love for all things born of this star, and 'tis Vana's own nature, I believe, which doth manifest in this irrepressible, inexhaustible curiosity of theirs. Having witnessed that which they strove to achieve, I wish most keenly for their long labors to be rewarded, that their abiding affection for man's results in a boon for all. Moreover, I hope to continue our acquaintance and share in such knowledge as they see fit to impart. Acquaintance? I'd call it friendship. You are the first to truly understand them. Yeah, I'd call that friendship after what you've done. There's no way. I did not wish to presume. Aye, I would be honored should they consider me a friend, for 'tis certainly true that I have grown fond of their company. But I shall digress no further. This day should belong to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, to mine incomparable allies. Ofttimes hath mine reticence caused thee grief, and mine actions spurred allies to suspect betrayal. And yet here amongst you I still stand. No amount of words could express my gratitude for thine acceptance and forgiveness. Thus instead I do proffer my humble support. Be it unto the deepest abyss or the highest heavens, even if I must needs founder across stormy seas, ever shall I answer thy summons. I will call on you whenever I find something questionable and I don't know what to do. You can count on that. Oh man, I don't know who to say goodbye to next. Dadcrid. Thancred, Dadcrid, yeah. Our champion and savior. I was beginning to think my chance for an audience would never come. Ahem, that sounded more amusing in my head. Speaking of heads, I was worried about yours, and the rest of you for that matter. On the mend, I trust? Oh, sure didn't speak to Ryanje a second time! I'll have to do that after this. Glad to hear it. You were in a bad way. And healing magics or no, I'm impressed by how swiftly you've recovered. Then again, 'tis hardly the first time you've cheated death. Your strength of will has never failed to astonish me. Look at what you've accomplished. Meteon defeated, her Song of Oblivion cut short, the source and all her reflections delivered from the final days. If you had faltered at the last, then all hope would have been lost, but you held fast. Now Reen has a tomorrow to look forward to, and I could ask for no greater gift than that. As for a lesser gift, however, the next time you see her, I would appreciate you not describing my travel plans with Urianger as aimless wandering. We've a purpose in our roaming, after all, keeping an eye on things in the absence of the scions on the world stage. There'll never be an end to the little problems that go untended by nations. We will do our best to help out where and when we can. Which I suppose is an approach not far removed from aimless wandering, when you get down to it. Perhaps you could tell her I am faring well, and leave it at that, eh? No need to mention this feeling of being uprooted. I've never been one to stand still for long, but when I think of home, 'tis Rising Stones which comes to mind. How many times have we set out from this base, thence to return when our work was done? On the day of the Scions came together, I only hoped for Minfilia to find a place where she belonged, but never did I expect to find one here for myself. Indulge me, Master. I have a question for you. And imagine Minfilia herself is asking. Are you glad you joined the Scions? Best decision I've ever made. There's no doubt in my mind. I can honestly say the same. But all good things must come to an end, at least for a time. Should you need a helping hand for infiltration or reconnaissance, you know who to ask. I'll come running, and you'll likely get a certain funny-talking fortune teller into the bargain. You got it. I understand that following thy clash with Xenos, the teleportation device thou had discarded fell to thee from on high. To return to thee in such a manner, I did confer with Wilfson and Bloida, yet they insist the device was possessed of no such capability. 'Twas a miracle befitting the nature of that place, where emotion becometh a tangible reality. Whence then arose this timely wonder, thine ardent wish, or another's fervent prayer? Aww, that's neat. In case you've not heard, the Waking Sands will be converted into a warehouse. We'll be keeping the place free of rats and cobwebs, so it can still serve as an outpost should the need arise. Considering Tataru's ambitions, however, I'd not be surprised if she claimed a lot for her budding empire. Alright, I gotta say goodbye to Graha now. The twins will be last. Alize specifically last. Oh, Master, might you have a moment to talk? With the Scions stepping away from the public eye, I've been left to consider what new endeavors I might pursue. And after speaking with Kral, I've decided I will be assisting her in rebuilding the students of Beldessian. Not only am I indebted to Master Galu for giving me a new home, but had our order never existed, I would have never set foot within the Crystal Tower. How different my life might have been. I would have never met you, never become caretaker of the tower, never become a Scion. You gave me the chance to do so much good, and I hope to continue to do so with the students. For an added benefit, new mysteries often find their way to our doorsteps. Mysteries that could prove ideal for fulfilling our promise, to embark on a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. You can count on me for that. Whenever you have the time and inclination, my friend, I stand ready to accompany you into the unknown. Do you recall in the realm of the Omicrons when I asked if you thought I might someday be mentioned in your epic? Well, 'tis true that to earn a place at your side would be the stuff of dreams. In the end, nothing would give me greater joy than to stand with you here and now. And it needn't be some grand endeavor. There needn't be a promise. Whenever adventure calls, I won't hesitate to invite you, and I hope that you will do the same for me. Without a second thought, as long as you don't overexert yourself. Without a second thought. Ha! I'll hold you to that. As much as we have already seen, there's still so much we haven't. Who knows? Perhaps we will even encounter survivors of the Omicron somewhere out there. Who knows? After all, given how they took to the stars, it isn't implausible that some found themselves far from home. And should we encounter a wayward traveler awaiting commands that will never come, I would bid them seek adventure with someone, and with that partner, find new purpose, a new dream. For if crystals can hold fast to dreams, why not Omicrons? Wherever your plans may lead, do not hesitate to send word, and should a commission of interest come my way, you will be the first to know. I don't want to say goodbye yet. By the way, have you spoken with Feo Ul of late? Some days ago they appeared to me in a dream, of the sleeping persuasion that is. All is well in the first, they bade me tell you. When I asked why not tell you themselves, they unleashed giant ravenous beavers upon me. Have you perchance done something to incur their ire? Ha. Alright. God, I can't wait to go on another adventure with them. Oh, Master, pray forgive me for delaying the gathering. I was writing a letter, you see, to my parents. As busy as Father has been, tending the aftermath of the Exodus, he has been good enough to show concern for the Scions. And besides, I've made them worry enough for a lifetime. Henceforth, I will endeavor to write as often as I am able. A little effort to set their minds at ease while we continue to be away from Sharlayan. Both Alize and I are off to assist with Garlemald's recovery. You see, though uncertainty remains over what will become of the nation, we cannot well leave the capital in its present state. We will rejoin those members of the Ilsabar contingent still stationed there. Lucy and Maxima helm the relief effort with support from our allies, the people of Garlemald among them. They will gradually be joined by those who have finished treating them tempered across the lands. Lest you misunderstand, we do not seek redemption for failing Lucina and her sister. That is a burden we must always bear. Nay, we go because of the truth, in Lord Quintus's words. The truth that, whatever ideals individuals may espouse, nations are not moved to action unless they stand to benefit. For the foreseeable future, the fallen empire will be at the mercy of both internal and external forces. And though I do not doubt the intentions of the contingent, with greater powers involved in a relief effort, our allies may well find themselves drawn into a political agenda. In going, we seek to ensure that the needs of the people come first, to understand their hearts, and that we might better help them to begin anew. You'd best write me too. I want to know. I'll visit. Write you letters. Of course, I would be glad to do so. But I would be gladder still were you to come and visit, and I believe I speak for Alize as well. For fairly as long as I've been in Eorzea, you've been at my side, watching over me in good times and in bad. Yeah, we've literally been watching our backs since the first time we met, which is at the start of the game. How many times have we gathered to share tidings? None could possibly keep count. The world is changing and will continue to do so. Yet no matter what the future brings, I hope that I can ever look to you. In good times and in bad, as a dependable comrade and dear friend both. Thank you, Master. From the bottom of my heart. Thank you. You better invite me on more adventures. I've been keeping Erenville abreast of the situation in letters, but unfortunately he could not be here today. When it is convenient for both of us, we should pay him a visit. Oh yeah, did I speak? Oh yeah, I did speak to Grazia. Alright, Alize. Let's see where this conversation goes. Master, seen to your preparations, have you? I'm just making another sweep of my belongings. When due to find I've forgotten something halfway to my destination. Oh, in case you hadn't heard, we've received new reports detailing the devastation caused by the final days. It appears the situation is gravest in the land surrounding the Bounty, where the sky first began to burn. After that, the calamity was observed in the far north, in Garlemald, and the frozen lands beyond. We had also had reports of the heavens catching fire in isolated locations, one of which was an area in the northern Empty. Had our quest taken any longer, Sharlayan too may have come under threat. Thank goodness it's over now. To be sure, blasphemies and lesser beasts may still be roaming about, but these localized crises should be well within the capacities of each nation to handle on their own. Scions are no longer needed. Which isn't to say that we won't help out where we can. Of course, as individuals, no more of this order business. For my part, I'll be heading to Garlemald with Alphino. They were among the worst affected, and still need all the help they can get. It won't be easy. Inevitable part of aiding those in need is coming to face with tragedy. Knowing it doesn't make it any easier, though. That'll I'll curse my weakness. My inability to fix every problem and save every lost soul. But no matter how much it hurts, I won't give up. I'll do what I can for as many people as I can, begrudging no effort. And should I find myself discouraged, I'll remember you. Think back fondly to one of our many moments of triumph and the accompanying determined expression. Even those that still annoy me in retrospect, like when you activated the teleporter without warning. And should you hear about me, I want you to remember too. Remember that I'm out there, somewhere, trying my very best. I look forward to hearing all about the legendary Alize Levier. Think you can keep up with me? She's always like the competitive side here. So let's go with that. You asked for it, so you'd better watch out. Oh yes. The next time we meet, I'll be vastly improved, so don't be surprised when you find yourself marveling at me. I'm already marveled at everything you've done. Did I forget to mention anything? Ah yes, the Hanish envoy who came to see Estinian also bore a letter from Matsia. He writes that Meven and Quersov's little girl is doing well, and he often goes to visit her. It won't be easy growing up without her parents, but with her fellow villagers watching over her, I dare to hope that she won't want for warmth as she grows up. I've been keeping her... Oh, right, yep. I guess that's it. Spoken your fill, have you? If so, I'm thinking to send everyone off. Leave the rising stones. With your permission, then. Your attention, please. At risk of spoiling the mood, the time of departure is upon us. In my capacity as your receptionist, I bid you all safe journeys. Till next we meet. Be well. Well, I guess that's it. This is sad, but I know this is a good thing. I wanted to go on more adventures as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I loved this group. Something like this ever happens again.
I suppose we're off to Garlemald then.
Yep.
Though we ought to speak with Lord Emmerich first. If he's received word of any recent developments, we need to know.
'Twould be prudent to purchase some warmer clothes at least. Mayhap we can pick up a few souvenirs for Euless and the others while we're at it.
Where will you all be heading next?
Dravania, there is a book I've been meaning to borrow from the Great Google Library. And I can think of at least one person who will be most displeased should I fail to visit before leaving.
We've no particular destination in mind, but we do intend to stop in Charlian before we set off.
We had thought to ask after the Loporrits. I am curious as to how well those who chose to remain are adapting to their changed circumstances.
Might we accompany you then? Raha and I were planning to return to the Baldessian Annex.
Commissions have been piling up in our absence, and they must be dealt with ere we begin our work in earnest.
Estinian, you will return to Rads at Han, will you not?
Aye. For Vritra's benefit, though I've yet to hear the details. I may not stay long.
I see. Then it is here the Scions at last part ways, each to some far-flung corner of the realm.
Perhaps. But I believe one of our number, a rather important one at that, has yet to divulge.
Oh
his
shoot,
plans.
crap. Oh man, something else popped on my screen there. Crap. I see, then it is here the Scions at last part ways, each to some far-flung corner of the realm.
Quite right.
Indeed.
Yes.
Fair point.
Where am I going,
So,
huh?
What's next for our humble adventurer?
I think I'll go over to Ultima Thule, find the souls and figure out those worlds. Investigate. Maybe meet Metzion again. We'll meet again, Metzion. I promise. Finn. Yeah, that's the end of that main story. Yet stand tall, my friend. Our journey will never end. Oh. Oh. Maybe I'm returning to Elpis.
The constancy of this place never ceases to amaze me. An ocean of souls, shimmering and eternal.
Oh?
And yet, something stirs.
Is that you, Elidibus?
Yes. steeped in darkness, deep as starless night. The beast hungers.
Another one?
Alas, I dare not investigate in earnest before the coming of my guiding star, as he foretold.
So, what?
We shall descend to the depths, you and I, to confront the dread beast Pandemonium.
Pandemonium? Isn't that...
The sights we shall see. The sights we shall see.
Isn't that the final dungeon in Final Fantasy II? Is this a Final Fantasy II bit? We going that way? I think that's the final dungeon for that. You have completed the main scenario quest Endwalker. Quests to unlock new content have now become available in Old Sharlayan. Additionally, you may now enter the dead ends with a party of NPC avatars to make use of this feature. Open the trust. Nice. What about the final days? Is that possible? Rest well, champion of Aetheris, for many and more adventures await you. A new chapter of New Game Plus is unlocked! Hey. Hey. Hell yes. Oh my god, yes. Absolutely. I will play this game again and again forever. Holy crap. Delve into myth. More Crystal Tower stuff? I never even explored this area that much. Ooh, what adventures? Oh. That one hasn't changed, I guess. Rising Stones is officially done, though. There's another quest I'm missing, though. Where is it? No. No. Hold on. What? Oh, Newfound Adventure. That's what it is. That's... Oh, wait, the next story quest. Isn't that the name of the next bit? The next story bit? Exactly? I swear it is. And it's in the Rising Stones? Ah, so you have to come back here and go talk to Tataru, and that's where the story quest would be. Okay. Well, I will go there and do that another time, but as for now, I have finished Endwalker. I have seen the end. Alright, what do I got? Argos Horn. The Wind-Up Hero is. I could get this literally anywhere at the moment, so I'll just toss that out because I don't need it. Huh? Suppose I can use that. Star Quartz Choker Offending. Well, I seem to already have the best equipment, so that's fine. That's all well and good. But, yeah. That was it. That was the end to Endwalker. Yeah, the ending bit, by the way, with Hydaelyn and Emmett Selk and their resolve, that was beautiful. Sorry, someone else came in and I, muted for a second. Had to talk to them. But I saw that. That was amazing, and especially having the credit, like the Warrior of Light credit there. That was pretty cool, too. But, yeah. Anyways. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I will be doing more Endwalker content. or not Endwalker content, but like Final Fantasy 14 content entirely. And I hope to see you all in the next Final Fantasy 14 vid. Anyways, there are tons of mysteries and a lot more adventures to go on. So yeah, see ya. Everyone have a good night. And if you want to find me in game, you know where I'm at, which will be Ultima Thule. Anyways, see you later, everyone. And I hope you guys all have a great night. Bye. I think that worked. Oh, that doesn't work. Oops. Well, bye.